The links for Odysee, Bit Chute, Sport Channel on Coffee, subscribe, the various other links, or the Discord, the Telegram, Gab, all that kind of stuff. So eventually this story is going to come out, and the truth will come out about this story, and it might be a year from now. But eventually it will come out. Some event, something will happen to this guy. Either something like an Epstein situation will happen to him, or something will slip somehow. This is just too much. This is just too obvious. When they double down on it. But until the truth comes out about that, it's up to us to keep this story in the news. So Kinzinger mocks crews after House committee investigating J6, the peaceful protest, issues statement on unsupported claim that Ray Epps was an FBI informant. What else was he? Technically he wasn't an FBI informant. He was technically a Department of Homeland Security informant. Or he worked for the Justice Department. Or he worked for... Okay, we get the idea. So the House Select Committee to investigate issues a statement saying Ray Epps, man seen on several videos incandescently glowing from outer space. And I won't say you should pepper someone who's advocating commission of Malamase acts, spray someone at your event. But, if it's legal in self-defense to do something like that, it's something you probably want to consider just to stop him from glowing incandescently like a star going into a nova phase. So we've seen on several videos just being as obvious as he can, telling people to storm the Capitol. And then I think he took down barricades, allegedly, to there's a bunch of course, there's shenanigans involved with this. Nobody believes that, it's like, gee, why isn't the media more... The only reason the media covers this at all, and this is right of center media, is because we force them to by keeping the story alive. It's like, obviously J6 has got some questions that still need to be answered. So Kinzinger, a globalist Republican, were appointed by Pelosi over the committee statement. Once more, Ted Cruz. One more Ted Cruz conspiracy down. Ray Epps has cooperated and is nothing but a protest attendee, in his own words. Sorry, crazies, it ain't true. Who knows? Hey, maybe. But probably not. We're just like Occam's razor time here. So the committee is aware of unsupported claims. How about the video of him acting like a crazy person? Well, we'll get to that. The short version is he was on the FBI's most wanted list and then removed. There's actually... The thing is, it's like you think the FBI is some well-oiled machine. No, nothing that big works perfectly. So there are a lot of people actually involved with J6 who are on the FBI's most wanted list, or BOLO list, be on the lookout, that kind of thing, or wanted for questioning, wanted in association with events, this kind of thing, who were disappeared from those lists. So what I mean is the FBI is not working hand in glove with its own interagency groups, is stuff like this slips through the cracks. Like, they're not all on the same page, because with any group, there's always going to be kind of a need to know. The FBI's, a lot of people. You can't tell everybody all your plans. You got to keep things a little bit need to know. So some people are on make these lists, and then the one department goes, oh no, actually you can take him off the list. And it's like, oh yeah, he's one of ours. So, people are curious about why these people were removed from the lists. So the committee interviewed Epps. Epps informed us. And the thing is, even us talking about them being forced to take it to committee, they do not want that kind of stuff, because Ray Epps is a little bit too obvious, but we put them in the position, or they put them in the position of having to at least deny it, which puts his name out in the news a little bit more. And hopefully, he's burned as whatever kind of informant position he was in. But, anyone who's advising you to commit illegal acts, you need your own security at these kind of events, which is why these like loose events where they're not really It's just like, oh, everyone show up at some event. It's like, don't let anyone talk you into doing something you don't want to do, like trespassing. Like, if that was not on your to-do list to trespass, like you're there for a peaceful protest, well, you can peacefully protest outside the building. You don't need to trespass. Don't let somebody talk you into something. And usually the phrase is, don't let somebody advocate for you to do something that they're not doing. But the thing is, if they're federal informants, they literally can do it. They literally can trespass. Though I don't think he was. I don't know if he went inside the building or not. Well, the thing is, they're just not going to be charged, but you will be charged. Anyway, so they said he was not employed by, working with, or acting at the direction of any law enforcement agency on J5 or 6. Okay, so, I mean, you want to put down bets on, like, is it going to be a year from now where they come out and release a statement? Actually, we were mistaken. Like, a year from now, I'm going to focus. A year from now, 2 years from now, I mean, eventually something's going to come out. Or this guy will be Epstein, or, Vince Fostered, or Isaac Capied, something like that. Hey, legitimately, he could just be a crazy person. That is entirely possible. But it's just a bit too much. He's too much at the forefront, advising people to do this insane stuff. And even people in the crowd were chanting, this guy's he's an agent provocateur. Like, when they say Fed, it's like, no, they don't literally mean he has a badge type of thing, but you mean he's acting on the state's behalf in some capacity. He's a bad actor. But they're going out of their way to bend over backwards to say, no, he's not a bad actor. But, people felt differently. Anyway, so they asked him, and they said, we investigated ourselves, and we found nothing to implicate us. So I asked the FBI, was Ray Epps a Fed? FBI said, I cannot answer that question. Questions about Ray Epps and his disappearance from the FBI's public posting is a matter of public accountability for the FBI, and they reckon people deserve real answers. You're not going to get real answers. You're not going to get real answers. Adam Kinzinger. Well, if you elect a globalist in any capacity, you're going to get globalist policies. What did you expect when he ran? He has interests other than American interests. Anyway, so the statements by the committee and Kinzinger do not explain why Epps has not been charged. See, that's an interesting point. It's like he was taken down from the posters and he hasn't been charged, and that seems a bit weird to a lot of people. When you get people that start the fire but they miss the firefight, that should wake you up a little bit. Anyway, like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you guys on the next episode.